All right, we here. We here. We here. Night City.
By the time the electrical storm went off in Zach's brain, Mom sensed he was about to disappear. Mom thought to herself, oh my God, this is it. My brother has
Night City, bitch.
It was the hardest story reporter Taylor Ogle ever wrote because it was
I'm waiting on a phone call from this nigga. But I came here to pick some shit up because I did the little QR code on the menu. Link the QR code, get exclusive rewards type shit. I linked that, so about to check out what we got. Trying to think what the fuck the nigga wearing on the cover of the game. That might be it. Yeah, I'd imagine that's what's it. So I gotta look.
Because he can't tolerate wearing a mask, Zach no longer attends a day program. Lori tries to give him a golf cart ride every day just to get him outside. Zach doesn't understand the pandemic, but he feels it.
He's lost approximately 40 pounds.
He often refuses to eat now, and Lori worries he could end up in the hospital.
It's been a while since you ate, Zach. Come on. I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to handle this life. And that's what scares me. That scares me.
They are one family of millions.
There's so many people reaching out and saying, you know, you're speaking for my family.
Kate Snow, NBC News, Milton, Delaware.
And we appreciate them sharing their story when hitting home for a lot of Americans, no doubt.
Yeah.
Up next, paying tribute to real-life frontline superheroes. Finally, their work is just as inspiring as that of any comic book superhero, maybe more. Gotti Schwartz on nurses we can marvel at.
Even in a graphic novel with masked superheroes and scrubs, the face of COVID-19 is terrifying. Charles is dying, his breathing is stopped. But in this Marvel comic, the nurses say, don't give up, Charles, because we won't. Words real-life nurses like Andrew Cleary know too well.
It's just very hard. It takes a toll on you, for sure.
Andrew and his co-workers, some of the inspiration behind the Vital's True Nurse Stories by Marvel Comics and the Allegheny Health Network, honoring nurses for their superhero abilities, like comforting patients through smiling eyes. But Andrew wishes he could do more.
If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
To just completely eradicate this virus. Just wipe it off the face of the earth. Just turn back time and, like it never even existed.
Until then, nurses and their families everywhere are finding a fitting reflection of the way we all see them.
You're my hero.
Now their unrelenting courage and care found in illustrated form. Gotti Schwartz, NBC News.
We could all use heroes these days. That's Nightly News for this Thursday. Thank you for watching on this first night of Hanukkah. I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.
This holiday, get the phone everyone wants on the 5G America's been waiting for.
Verizon 5G is next level.
Switch now and save $700 on Galaxy S20 Plus 5G. And select unlimited plans include Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. Only on Verizon.
Tonight, the moment the world has been waiting for, the first shots given of a clinically approved COVID vaccine. A 90-year-old grandmother making history, the very first person to receive Pfizer's vaccine inside the hospital for what the UK is calling V-Day. Healthcare workers lining up there as the U.S. still awaits emergency use approval. But could that approval approval come this week. The countdown and the FDA's first report on Pfizer's vaccine, the effectiveness after just the first of 2 shots, and how the White House is responding to a report it turned down an offer to buy millions more doses. Hospitals at the breaking point as the U.S. tops 15 million cases, ICU beds running out, a field hospital activated in a parking garage. President-elect Joe Biden's new vaccine pledge, 100 million doses in his first 100 days, but warns of challenges. The Army investigation and the dramatic action taken today after a Fort Hood soldier was brutally murdered. Our year-long NBC News investigation into prescriptions by mail, what we found, and could it be putting lives at risk? And the disturbing new FBI warning on those Ring and Nest cameras.
This is NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
Good evening, and now it finally begins. Through the pain, loss, and tears of the worst days of the pandemic, tonight we're now on what most experts believe is the long road back from the pandemic. It starts in the UK, where the first vaccinations are underway of a clinically proven COVID vaccine. The same vaccine that could be in use here in the U.S. sometime this month. And it comes on the day we learn that vaccine may be far more effective than we imagined. There's a lot to cover. Let's begin with Richard Angle with the developing news from London.
At 6:31 this morning, a grandmother in a donated Christmas sweater made history. 90-year-old Margaret Keenan became patient A, the first person in the world to receive a clinically tested and proven COVID vaccine.
It's fine. It's fine. I wasn't nervous at all.
The second recipient was 81-year-old William Shakespeare, no relation to the bard.
Groundbreaking, I think. It could make a difference to our lives from now on, couldn't it?
At around 70 hospitals across the UK today, the counterattack against the coronavirus began. British officials have declared this V-Day, the vaccination day, evocative of the victorious VE and VJ days of World War II.
It's been such a tough year for so many people, and it makes me proud to be British.
The nurse who gave the first shot, May Parsons, told me this is the start of a new chapter.
Well, hopefully we'll get all the normal back from normal lives back, and I think that's a good thing to look forward to.
They're starting off slowly. At this hospital alone, they're planning to do just around 100 vaccinations today, but then to ramp that up to 400 vaccinations a day next week. Keep it going 7 days a week.
Keenan, who works in the shop on the well, as a message to others.
I'm staying over. Because it's free.
But today, patient A left the starting blocks.
In Wales, hard hit by COVID, where one child is reaching vulnerable people.
Man, you just having fun doing that
I'm
shit.
trying to get
Grab the whole thing. Don't give him the whole thing. Don't give him the top. You gonna give him one?
Yes, we see.
All of that, you gonna give him one?
Right.
Like, come on, man. Kodak, come here.
Some patients will need reassurance. Any reservations? Are you worried?
Dog, that bottle's still right there. Come on, man. You stop.
You'll get a moment's rest to check for adverse reactions. Like this.
I don't know what to do. Please tell me what to do. Then I'm gonna take that when you tell me what to do. That's you, if you didn't know. That's my impersonation of you. This nigga taking a shower with his clothes on. What the fuck?
NBC News, Wales. So things happening in the UK and here in the US, an FDA review suggests the Pfizer vaccine may even be more effective than first thought, as an FDA outside panel prepares to meet Thursday on whether to approve the vaccine here. Tom Costello has more.
36 hours ahead of the outside advisory panel's meeting, the FDA says its review of the data suggests Pfizer's COVID vaccine is very promising. While everyone needs 2 shots, the vaccine was 50% effective after the first dose, 95% effective after the second. And for all age and ethnic groups, even for people with underlying conditions. like obesity, diabetes, and high blood pressure. But will there be enough vaccine? Pfizer says it can't ship more doses to the U.S. until next summer because other countries bought up supplies first. The White House passed up a chance to buy more last summer because, says President Trump's former FDA chief, the U.S. is counting on 6 different vaccines and could not place a big bet on just one.
They want to spread those bets. I think they're betting that more than one vaccine is going to get authorized.
Scott Gottlieb, also on the board at Pfizer. Pfizer's CEO today said Americans' vaccine skepticism only undermines public health.
Have been severely politicized, particularly in the U.S. That makes people confused, and they don't know who to believe and what to believe.
Despite fewer shipments, President Trump said other vaccine makers will ensure every American can get vaccinated by this spring, promising he will take action if enough doses aren't available.
If we have any problems, we will be instituting the Defense Production Act, and we will make sure that we don't have any problems.
President Trump also signed an executive order prioritizing Americans ahead of other countries, though it's not clear how enforceable or practical that is. Lester?
All right, Tom Costello tonight. Tom, the numbers speak to the urgency. 15 million Americans have now contracted the virus. The drastic increase in serious cases is overwhelming medical centers everywhere. Miguel Almaguer has more.
Still too early to know if California's lockdown will help. Tonight, the state is shattering a record threatening to cripple its own healthcare system. Nearly 11,000 COVID hospitalizations. The unfolding crisis sparing no region. The average ICU at 90% capacity in states like New Mexico, North Dakota, Rhode Island, Texas, and Nevada.
There's definitely signs of fatigue.
In Reno, at Renown Health, they put beds in a parking garage, but what they desperately need is staff.
There are requests for traveling nurses, but every hospital throughout the nation are making the same requests.
With daily infections climbing since March, the U.S. added 1 million new cases in just the first week of December. During that same span, nearly 16,000 Americans lost their lives, the deadliest week since April. In Arizona, experts warn by Christmas the state could see a humanitarian crisis. In New Mexico, crisis standards of care could soon be implemented, allowing providers to ration care for patients more likely to survive.
You don't have a magic bullet right now. There's a vaccine coming, which is important, but it's not here yet.
There is some good news. Doctors now know
You
how
want to eat some poop? That's why you acting so funny.
a shorter stay in the hospital. Laughter? That's certainly good to hear, Miguel. Thank you. President-elect Biden pledged today to get 100 million doses of the vaccine delivered in his first 100 days as president. He said getting vaccines to
She ain't gonna help you up there.
He wants
his animal
Kodak, come here. Kodak, come here.
Army General Lloyd Austin will be his defense secretary, former head of U.S. forces in the Middle East, will be the first African-American in that role. Harsh discipline today for more than a dozen U.S. Army officials at Fort Hood, Texas, after an investigation following the brutal killing of a 20-year-old soldier there. NBC's Courtney Tubey has the details.
Tonight is one of the biggest disciplinary actions ever taken by the Army. 14 soldiers, including general officers.
I'm feeding Kodak. Feeding Kodak. Bitch, just open the door so far. Or something.
And even murder.
In my 33 years of service.
No reply. That ain't even opening the door with your dumb
it will
ass.
go out.
No, it won't.
We've got a problem we gotta fix.
Stupid ass. I didn't say crack the door.
Who went missing in April, her remains found 2 months later. A fellow soldier who later killed himself.
And I don't personally care about no fucking fly that much, so you're gonna know it's a fly. Cover the bottom of the door back.
Where's my switch, Paolo? He and his family praised today's actions, but they say more needs to be done.
We demand justice for our soldiers and justice for Vanessa Guillen, and to respect our female soldiers who put their lives at risk.
The panel offered 70 recommendations to address these issues, and Congress has introduced the I Am Vanessa Guillen Act, which would make sexual harassment a punishable crime in the military. Lester?
Courtney Tubey tonight. Thank you. This evening, the FBI has joined the investigation into the death of Casey Goodson in Columbus, Ohio. The 23-year-old black man was fatally shot by a deputy during an encounter on Friday. There are conflicting accounts of events before his death. Authorities say he was carrying a gun. His family says he was carrying sandwiches. Now to our year-long NBC News investigation. Millions receive prescriptions by mail. Many say it's convenient and cost-effective. But some mail-order pharmacy customers say they receive everything from crushed pills to broken vials. Even life-saving drugs left in extreme weather. Here's Cynthia McFadden with more.
Sophie's name has been on medication for cystic fibrosis her whole life.
There it is. There it is.
One of those meds helps her grow.
Why?
Rachel says the medication should stay at room temperature. And her mother, Erica, says it used to arrive with a device indicating that the medication was too high. But when she started getting it from Express Scripts, Erica says Sophie started having terrible stomachache. Without delivery notification, Erica says the medication could sit outside for hours in the heat after arriving in an un-air-conditioned place.
So now y'all trying to shit on the mail. Bitch, I know you ain't drink your coffee.
Yes, I am.
You would have said did.
I am still drinking it. I'm not finished, and I'm so finished.
Little kid ass. I want you.
It just smells so good.
I don't care. Bitch. I'm not making you no more coffee. You wasting my shit. Second straight day, my nigga.
I think it'd be better as iced coffee.
I think you should shut the fuck up. I think you wasting my shit.
Nevertheless, Sophie continued to get worse, eventually getting a feeding tube.
I remember just laying on the floor and crying until there was a puddle of tears.
But like the majority of people we spoke to, Erica's insurance plan forced her to fill long-term maintenance prescriptions by mail or pay out of pocket. What was the price of this medication?
About $8,000 a month for one medicine.
In the course of our investigation, we talked to nearly 6 dozen patients who use mail-order pharmacies. They described a range of problems, including insulin, which arrives frozen or in broken vials, and refrigerated migraine medicine, which was hot to the touch.
It's really important to keep your medications that are room temperature, and that doesn't mean 90 degrees, and it doesn't mean, 40 degrees either.
NBC News reached out to all 50 state pharmacy boards, which oversee mail-order pharmacy.
Don't start. You bothering me. What's funny?
Wendy Barnes is the president of home delivery for Express Scripts.
We average about 100,000 prescriptions out of this particular facility.
100,000 prescriptions?
Yes.
Barnes showed us how Express Scripts packages refrigerated medications like insulin in coolers with gel packs. But said for room temperature medications like Sophie's, no special packaging is used. Even though our investigation found that devices indicating if a package has gotten too hot or cold can cost under $1, Express Scripts told us they very rarely use them.
We're very confident that we've tested the most difficult conditions that package could endure.
The thing I really don't understand is why a temperature monitor inside the package wouldn't be good for you and good for your customers. It's cheap.
I would never suggest that it's not a bad idea. It's just not something that we do today.
How confident can patients be that you're going to provide them with safe and effective medication?
I would say incredibly confident.
Express Scripts said that when patient issues arise, they work quickly to resolve them. Eventually, Erica did get an exception, allowing her to fill Sophie's prescriptions at a local pharmacy. And she says Sophie's issues then went away. But the experience still haunts her.
Alright, so I killed their ass, so it's better if I go in the house.
It was just...
He a tiger claw, though, so...
She deserves more than that.
I think he was free for a second.
Cynthia McFadden, NBC News.
The FBI issued a new warning on popular home security cams, thinking win of the consequences that could become deadly.
That's why I just came out the crib over
Police
there.
approached this home in Florida for an emergency that doesn't exist. Someone had called
You
them,
think I'm able to drop a body in a trash container?
and said that they caught me having an affair and had murdered me. It's called swatting. Someone calls in a fake emergency, so law enforcement sends a heavily armed strike force, often a SWAT team. It can have deadly consequences.
Yo, what's up? Hello?
This video is part of a new twist on the dangerous prank. Hackers are now breaking into home security cameras connected to the internet so they can watch the swatting unfold in real time. The FBI is investigating more than a dozen cases. Why is the FBI so concerned?
This is a major safety issue. We know a lot of these devices are becoming more and more prevalent, especially as Christmas is coming around.
Any device that can be accessed remotely could be vulnerable. Doorbell and web cameras, even smart.
That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to drop the body.
If your username or password are compromised. So make sure your device's firmware is updated. Use a unique, long, complex password and two-factor authentication. Vicky Nguyen, NBC News.
Do you need sleep when
That's your
you're
top vaccine questions answered.
Think about it, still right here.
As the U.S. races to approve a vaccine, we know you have a lot of questions, and our medical correspondent, Dr. John Shores, is here to try to answer some of them in tonight's Facts Over Fear. And Dr. John, our first question comes from Andy Gould Levine from Denver, Colorado, who wants to ask, what are the known side effects of the vaccine?
There we go. There we go. Look, look. Killed that nigga inside of my couch. That's cool, right?
But these side effects usually only lasted about a day and a half, and they're typical of what you might experience from many other vaccines.
All right, our next question comes from Gloria Williams in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, who asks, what happens if you don't get the second shot?
The data just released by the FDA on the Pfizer vaccine shows that after the first shot, you do get some protection from the virus, but only about half what you would get with both doses.
See, why was niggas talking about, like, you get paid for taking a vaccine? Do you know that? 'Cause I'd go get a shot for $1,500. I don't give a fuck.
However, your doctor can charge an administration fee, which may be covered by insurance.
Hey, what the fuck y'all doing over there? What y'all doing in that room over there? Yeah, Flaming Crotch Man, I've been waiting on your call.
Finally, a kid rallying around one family and a holiday tradition. Here's
I know he's on the video right there.
To make kids smile, especially his 4-year-old.
Our thing with even putting out fans and soda.
I hear nobody talk about this shit. Flaming Crotch Man.
And honestly, sadly.
Yeah, get the biggest one you can find.
Like Santa started popping
You
up
gotta be
everywhere.
careful with it.
As neighbors quickly just
It was hateful and it was nothing to do with Christmas or the kind of America.
There's so many fucking missions that I'm trying to do anything. I got 40,000 and I ain't even doing the story mode.
And that's the true spirit of Christmas. We're NBC News.
And that's nightly news. Thank you for watching, everyone.
But go handle business for real on this shit. Yeah.
NBC News fans, thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here. And click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital.
Clutch, my nigga on the same floor. I ain't even gotta go far.
That's across the community. So you can find things in there. From files to apps. Who says you can't have it?
Tonight,
across the country. Oregon and New Mexico are now 2 weeks old. One state calling up the National Guard. The government testing positive. And a dramatic reversal on masks in North Dakota. Hospitals pushed to the brink. In Wisconsin, every hospital approaching capacity. Across the country, healthcare workers overwhelmed.
Oh my God, this game. Look. I love it. They know what's up. They're like, dog.
New retail rules. Walmart now limiting the number of people allowed in its stores. The major change in Costco and why some shelves are empty once again. The extreme measures some families are taking to celebrate Thanksgiving together. Would you ask your whole family to get a COVID test? Final countdown. The 4 astronauts ready to launch into history. And why the billionaire founder is
so much better than like a Call of Duty. Like, run on this path, you know?
Tonight, the nation sits at a tipping point. Number of COVID cases is skyrocketing, forcing governors and mayors to reimpose drastic lockdown measures. And the next 2 weeks may be the most challenging yet. The weather's going to get cold.
What?
And at the highest level of government, the current administration is contemplating a smooth transition to the next.
Bro, he told me to keep my money and I gave it to him anyway. Let me see the remote. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna put on rockin' then.
Nah, they ain't. You can run the dude. You'll make it darling.
It's never too late and it's never too soon. Take it from me inside to me. And how would you feel knowing prejudice was obsolete and all mankind danced to the exact beat and that night it was safe to walk down the street.
Ooh, 2. Oh shit. 20. Yeah, nigga gorilla arms.
What's mine is yours, and what's yours is mine.
Hi, I'm Keenan Ivory Wayans. Thanks for tuning into Living Color. Check it out. How many times have you been sitting around with friends trying to tell them your favorite sketch from the show, only they didn't see it? Well, check it out. This is what I've done for you. I put all the best in one show. So call your friends, have them watch. I'll see you next week. Peace.
Crucifixion office. Now you probably want the eternal life mission. It's down the street and around the block. No, I'll come to be all I can be. Cause I've been what I've been and it ain't paying too well. Let me ask you something, boy. What do you think you have to offer the Army? Well, I'm glad you asked, son. See, cause I'm an entertainer. You know, if you gave me $5, I could go off to the soldier Armenia and entertain the troops. See, cause I'm a regular boogie woogie music. Can't camouflage that for me.
You done?
Signing up real life.
Well,
Maggot.
Jojo. Jojo.
You know, as much as I would love to send you over to Iraq, I don't think you last 10 minutes. Okay, just for instance, what would you do if you had to engage the enemy in hand-to-hand combat?
That's no problem. See, because I'm skilled in the martial arts. I know Tai Chi. I know Taekwondo. And I know Tyrone. He taught me all that stuff. Like how to take the rope. If the rope, anything becomes a weapon. You take that out and see what it has. Oh, that's the secret weapon, yeah.
What is that smell?
Well, that was a sample of my nerve gas.
Get out of here. Come on, get out of here.
Wait a minute. I want to serve my country.
I'll give you $5 if you just get out of here and forget you ever heard about the Army. Come on, take it.
The guy down at the Navy always gave me
Here's 10.
Well, the guy at the Coast Guard.
Here's 25. Just go.
25, give me 25, 25, 25.
Clear. Can I borrow a opinion product?
Oh, you mean a tampon?
Yes, hurry.
That time of the month, huh, Joy?
That's not cleavage and swelling. Miss Joyce. See, don't you look forward?
Can't see disguise the fact that it's your time of the month? Well, now, Femco brings you fashion tampons. Stylish, comfortable, and fun. They come in assorted colors and go with any outfit.
Ooh, Joyce, I love those earrings.
Thanks, girl. Tampons. Conveniently packaged in boxes of 12, 24, and 186. And they're super absorbent. Something you just can't find in other fashion wear.
Fashion tampons. Well, honey, I must have gaveled on down there. Give me some.
Gee, Joyce, you look great today.
I like a woman who can accessorize, really turned me on.
Nice dress, Joyce.
This old rag? Fashion tampons. Because at that time of the month. And there's also fashion maxi and mini pants. Living on the go. Fashion tampons from Femco.
Right. Thanks for coming in. Coming in once again, all right? Yo. Fight the power. Hey, Joy!
What?
Joy!
What?
Joy!
What?
Joy!
What?
Come here.
Not Joy, it's Schwab.
Joy, we're back in Brooklyn, all right? All right? In Brooklyn, it's Joy, not Schwab, okay? It's not Jack K, all right? It's Jackie. It's not Sade, all right? It's Sadie. All right? What you gonna call me next? What you gonna call me, Spike K? Get out of here. I want to show you my new product. Check it out. You like it, right? Likes, right? This is the Mo Better Butter Dispenser. Butter. This is Mo Better Butter. Stack it over there. Stack it by the Malcolm X lines. I got a customer. Can I help you?
Yeah, do you carry sneakers?
Sneakers?
Yeah.
Like tennis shoes?
Right.
Like basketball shoes?
Yes.
Like just plain sneakers?
Yes.
Got 'em.
Oh, great.
Check it out. My own line. Spikies. You like?
No.
Come on, you gotta like.
No,
Come on, look, you gotta like.
Don't.
Please, baby, baby, please. Please, baby, 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 please, baby, baby, please. Please, baby, baby, please, baby, 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 please, baby, baby.
Okay, I'll take them.
Right, you sure?
Yes.
You want them?
Yes.
You buy them?
Yes.
You sure?
Absolutely.
Right, you take them.